All right, so we are about 1 month away from Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk, the rematch, and I don't know about some, but for me, this is actually quite an intriguing rematch. I know a lot of people feel as though it's going to be repeat, and to be honest with you, yeah, I'm pretty much echoing what they're saying. But Tyson Fury first time around, there was a lot that he could improve on, and what I'm going to do in this video is we're going to do one of our film studies, one of our what went wrongs, and we're going to look at some of the mistakes Tyson Fury made in there, some of the mistakes that I feel he can rectify. And at the end of the day, going into this rematch, sometimes simplicity, to be honest with you, is the best thing you can do. Because Tyson Fury, in the build up to their first fight back in May, there was all this talk that Fury, they kept bringing up Klitschko. It's the lightest he's been since Klitschko. He needs to fight like he did against Klitschko, this, that, and the other. And I was like, well, no, because one, he can't get down to that kind of weight safely anyway. Two, Klitschko was nearly a decade ago. Klitschko was a 6'7", 245 pound man. Usyk is 6'3", 220 pounds. Klitschko was naturally cautious. Usyk isn't. It's very different. You know that they might be both from Ukraine. Might be the only thing they have in common. In terms of style, they're completely different. The only two fighters who are remotely similar in terms of not necessarily style would be out of a lane, somewhat similar to Oleksandr Usyk. Really hard fight for Tyson Fury. In terms of dimensions, Steve Cunningham, again, not quite the same, different style in terms of a fighter, but small, coming up from cruiserweight, nowhere near as good as Usyk, gave Fury an awful time. Fury had to go quite simple in a sense of he had to, earmuffs up, charge forward, and just try and bully the little man. And that's what he didn't do against Usyk. He tried back foot boxing. It didn't work. People say, and there's this narrative that they're trying to spin that, well, up until round 7 when Fury, quote unquote fatigued, it was fine. It was all good. It was only, he fatigued in round 7. He got the bloody nose in round 8. He was obviously nearly knocked out in round 9, and it went down from there. No, that's not the case. We're going to look, in particular the first round, we're going to look at some of the early rounds. We're going to look at obviously the ninth round. We're going to look at a couple of the shots Fury got hit with in this film study, and it's going to show you that one, Fury was nervous. I won't say nervous, but was, I don't want to say doubting himself either, but looking to dupe the judges from very early on with the showboating, shots that weren't landing and shots that were for Oleksandr Usyk early. Not this notion that it was only after round 7 when no, Usyk was landing from early. So we're going to go and we are going to have a look. We're going to watch it in real time here along. But before we start watching this, I want to big up, have a look there on screen, Becky, who designed the thumbnail, or Becca, I should really say, Becca, who designed the thumbnail for this video. Once I get a link to her portfolio, I'm going to slap it all in some of the more up-to-date videos, but big up to her. She's done some great work, I think, personally, and I would say that, but I'm true, I'm genuine. The thumbnail looks epic. It really, truly does. So she's got some great work there, and happy to give her a plug anytime. I think the thumbnail looks epic. Now, let's start this film study. Let's start it on the opening round of Fury versus Usyk. I mean, we're going to watch this real time. We're watching it now. It's Fury versus Usyk, round number 1. We're going to watch this round in its entirety. Now, Oleksandr Usyk, there's a jab to the chest straight away. What baffles me is people act like the body work, and there's another one stabbing him to the chest again, that doesn't do anything. That didn't land from Tyson Fury there, by the way. Oleksandr Usyk said that didn't land either. Oleksandr Usyk said he would be on Fury all night, and that's pretty much what he did. Fury is trying to use that long range boxing. He's looking for openings, he's looking to feint. But Oleksandr Usyk is the king of feints. And what he's doing, see another body shot goes in, by leaving his jab and hand out there, he's actually leaving a wide open gap in his defense, not just to his head, but also the body. Tyson Fury is not someone who's used to being hit in the body like that. He's not used to someone being that low, the lower center of gravity, the lower height, being able to touch his body like that. With Usyk, it's just a straight shot. He doesn't have to go up or down. It's just straight down the pipe. Oh, I'm hitting him in the chest. And Fury, look at this, moving back, trying to set a pace, trying to keep Usyk off him, but Usyk is just looking, probing. None of those shots are landed from Tyson Fury, by the way. And Oleksandr Usyk looking for any chance he can get, leaves that jab and hand out, and Oleksandr Usyk just trying to dip low, trying to spot those opportunities, but he's looking to set the headshot up, and again, that didn't land from Tyson Fury. That, again, parried on the elbow. Looking to feint Tyson Fury again there, And Oleksandr Usyk just keeping an eye open, just looking, moving a little bit, and Fury again popping these shots out. That combination again didn't land from Tyson Fury. The only significant shots that have landed in this round are from Usyk. There's another one there, stabbing shot to the chest. Again, shots that Tyson Fury isn't used to taking. And referee really should give words with him there, because you're not really supposed to leave your jab and hand out like that. And as I said, he's leaving it out. Oleksandr Usyk is going underneath and he's landing to the body. And Tyson Fury is, that was blocked from Tyson, or that was blocked by Oleksandr Usyk there. Another stabbing shot to the body and another one. And these are scoring shots. Now look what Tyson Fury, I think this is the part here. He gets hit with a body shot and look at this, right? He's already trying to dupe the judges. That's in the first round. Tyson Fury, people may say, oh, that's bravado. No, that's him knowing, all right, he's hitting me to the body, he almost hits me to the head there. He knows straight away, I need to show the judges that I'm the one doing stuff. Because none of these jabs, and Fury knows that, are landing. Yeah, he's holding his glove out, but it's not doing it. And then look what Oleksandr Usyk is doing. He's just throwing shots to the body, scoring shots. CompuBox takes these into consideration. That did pierce the guard from Usyk. It was a little bit of a harder jab from Tyson Fury. And Usyk is getting closer with the left hand in this round. See, he went from throwing it to the chest, throwing it to the side of Tyson Fury, to now coming up to the head. And look at that. At the end of the round, he lands a big left hand on Tyson Fury. Fury acknowledges, and he's already dabbing at the nose. So that nose is already, because you can see there, look, he's dabbing at the nose there. Already damaged. Another one goes in, and Usyk ends the round with a combination. Fury with the hand raised just to say, oh no, you didn't do anything. But anyone with eyes to see can see that was clearly an Oleksandr Usyk round. I mean, there's just no even debating that that's an Oleksandr Usyk round. Tyson Fury was letting that jab hand out, was leaving that jab hand out there. As I said, Oleksandr doesn't need to look up or down. He's just like, we're leaving it out, right? I'm still in range. Boom, there you go. I'm hitting you to the chest. Hitting you to the chest. And Usyk hits hard enough. You don't want to be taking too many of those shots. Tyson Fury, if he's, what I believe, maybe overtrained and took too much out of himself, if he's fatigued, I mean, those body shots are not going to help. Stabbing Oleksandr Usyk, he is, to Tyson Fury's body. And then obviously as the round progressed, he was able to go up to the top, able to land headshots on Tyson Fury. And you could see the showboating from Fury from early on. Fury wasn't able to really pierce Oleksandr Usyk's guard in that first round. Oleksandr Usyk landed more shots, landed more power shots as well, right? Because anything other than the jab is a power shot. He landed plenty of left hands to Fury's head and body. So that's clearly an Usyk round. There's no, I don't know how anyone could look at that and score it any other way. And you want to talk about, oh, well, you know, maybe that's an anomaly. Let's look on screen. Let's have a look-see at this. The second round, Sugar Hill Stewart giving Fury the instructions. And just before we go into it, look at that left hand, boom, on the nose, on the bridge of the nose by Oleksandr Usyk. This is before we go into the second round, I should say. Boom. I mean, that's a clean shot. And that started all this. There's Fury showboating as well on the side, right? Now, let's go into round number 2. So this is literally the start of round number 2. The bell has just gone for round number 2. Fury is going to hold his jab hand out there and look what Oleksandr Usyk does. Boom. And he backs Tyson Fury up. And Fury again pounds his head as much to say, oh, no, that's nothing. Pounds his head as much to say, don't have a look at it again there. Have a look at it again there, right? Let's have a look, right? Boom. Pushes him straight back. And that's another clean, effective. These are effective shots that Oleksandr Usyk is landing, right? Let's have a look-see at some more here as the rounds progress, because now we're kind of going to get into a stage where we're going to look at just the good work Usyk was doing and the mistakes Tyson Fury was making. Let's have a look-see here at this next clip we're going to look at right here. I think this might be actually from round number 3. And look what Tyson Fury does here. I remember watching this. This was something that really stuck with me. He's throwing that jab hand out there, right? And he's bringing the right hand in. But again, none of them are landing. All he's doing is holding that hand out there, still dabbing at the nose. And Usyk is able to just pin him to the body, stab him to the body, jab to the body, right hand to the body, left hand to the body, jab to the body, left hand to the body. Let's have a look at it again. Tyson Fury throwing these little pitter-patter shots. Sometimes I wonder, is the hand even opened when he's doing it? That, you may as well just do nothing at all because it's not really going to hurt. And look at it. He's not changing anything up. He's realised, right, I can't pierce this guy's guard. He's actually getting underneath my jab and he's hurting me to the body. Let's have a look there. Just nothing there. Backs himself up into a corner. Usyk lands a shot. He's holding that jab hand out, which again, the referee never warned about. You're not allowed to do that. But it doesn't matter because Usyk is still able to land. Still able to land. And again, the referee never warned about holding that jab hand out, which you're not allowed to do by any stretch, but hey ho. But surely by this stage, and I think this was going into round number 3, this surely should strike Tyson Fury that, okay, this isn't working. I'm holding my jab hand out there, but he's able to get underneath it. He's too fast. He's able to, come below it. He's able to hit me to the body. He's hurting me. And I'm eventually going to start dropping my hands because the body shots are taking it out of me. And then he's going to be able to hit me to the head. Surely at that stage, he should have known, right, I'm not going to be able to keep this guy off me. However, he did then have his 3 best rounds, his best 9 minutes of the fight, where he did seem to get a foothold on things. But then, alas, Oleksandr Usyk got back into this. And Oleksandr Usyk got back into it in a big way. I think this was just at the end of round number 3. You'll see there more shots going in from Oleksandr Usyk. As we go into, this is round number 8. You see that jab there and sets up a right hand by Oleksandr Usyk. And you see Tyson Fury immediately, he's dabbing at the nose. We'll have a look-see at this in some slow motion. So that's the left hand. That's one of the left hands that Oleksandr Usyk lands in round number 8. And look at that, bang. Now, if the nose was already a little bit bruised, that really did it. Boom. By Oleksandr Usyk. And Fury knows, see that? Dabbing at the nose straight away. And this ultimately led to this. Boom. Oh, jeez. And look at that. I mean, Jesus Christ. Ay. And honestly, every time I watch this back, it just gets worse and worse, or looks worse and worse for Tyson. Holy crap. A lot of referees, and the referee does rightly administer account, a lot of referees would have stopped that fight at that point. A lot of referees would have stopped the fight at that point. Let's just have a look at this again, right? Let's talk about this a little bit more. Let's have a look at it again. Fury is fatigued at this stage. He's still boxing. Holy crap. I mean, credit to him for taking that left hand. That was a big shot. But he's still boxing in this style, which is clearly not working. And now he's hurt worse than he's ever been in his career. And good Lord, imagine some of these shots from Usyk had got through. And Fury, dancing around the ring, not in a good way. Oh, man. How he managed to stick that is beyond me. I just still don't know how he did it. How he managed to see out round number 10 after the onslaught he had at the end of round number 9 is beyond me. But what do you notice about these moments for Oleksandr Usyk? Not just the fact that he landed on Tyson Fury, I mean, that goes without saying, but what do you notice from Oleksandr Usyk? He's able to get underneath these shots, and what is Fury not doing? He's not changing it up. Against Steve Cunningham, he was more willing to put the earmuffs up, to charge forward, to use his physical strength. Steve Cunningham is not as naturally big. Steve Cunningham was never a heavyweight. He was weighing in. I think his career heaviest was 210. It might have even been for the Fury fight. So he was never a natural heavyweight. For many of his fights at heavyweight, he was 204, 205, a shade over the cruiserweight limits. Really a cruiserweight, just not making weight. That's all it is. And Fury, when he realised, I can't put a hand on this guy. He's getting under my shots. He's landing over my jab, and he's getting underneath. He's too fast. All right, he's got better coordination. I might not have the best coordination in comparison to this guy, but I'm bigger. I'm stronger. I can just bully him. A big man beats a little man, so I'm just going to bully him, bull rush him, boom, 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 boom. He didn't do that with Oleksandr Usyk. Now, although Steve Cunningham dropped Tyson Fury in their respective fight, and it was one of the best shots I ever seen Steve Cunningham throw, Steve Cunningham was never a big puncher, never noted as a big puncher, and a shot like that is a shot maybe you throw once in a career. I suspect that Fury didn't have as much respect, even though he was down, for Cunningham's punching power that he did for Oleksandr Usyk's. So maybe you could turn around and say, well, it's easier said than done, say dictate the pace, charge forward with the earmuffs on, as Teddy Atlas says, but how easy is that going to be when he's in there with a guy who literally, as you've seen in round number 9, did that to him? That's a good question, but I think looking at what happened in that first fight, what he did, the game plan he did, didn't work, obviously. I mean, and it wasn't even just the fact that you could say, well, he got tired after round number 6. No. Look at the first couple of rounds, the amount of headshots he's getting hit with, the amount of body shots he's getting hit with. Usyk is winning those rounds. There's no ifs or buts. There's no debating it. Usyk won those rounds. And then if you give Fury, you could be looking at scorecards where you could have it 9-3 to Oleksandr Usyk. That's not close. That's not indicative of a close fight. That's a fair, rout. 8-4. It's not indicative of a close fight. It's indicative of a reasonably competitive fight, but a clear winner nonetheless. How does Fury rectify that? Well, he has to change it up. So you want to know what went wrong for Tyson Fury? Not adapting his style, trying to box the better, more coordinated, faster boxer. To beat Oleksandr Usyk, you need to dictate the pace. Now, that's easier said than done. I've said that Anthony Joshua needs to do it. I've said Daniel Dubois needs to do it. I've said Tyson Fury needs to do it. Why haven't they done it? Because it's not that easy. If it was that easy, everyone would do it. It's not. Oleksandr Usyk, and if you try and dictate the pace, if you try and set a pace that Oleksandr Usyk isn't comfortable with, you run the risk of running the shots. And as well as that, you look at someone like Derek Chisora, who did try that. One, Chisora couldn't maintain it. Two, Chisora's 6'1", he's not 6'9", like Tyson Fury. That is more of his style, to try and just swarm you and just offloading you. Oleksandr Usyk adjusted. And once he adjusted, I mean, it was a rout. You know, the Chisora fight, and some people might say it wasn't close. So Tyson Fury, the mistakes he made first time around need to be rectified. Holding that jab hand out, leaving it out too long, letting Usyk get underneath, letting Oleksandr Usyk hit you to the body. You know, basically not being able to. I don't want to say physically, Fury, I think he did what he needed to do in camp. I don't think he was weak or anything like that necessarily. You know, he was the lightest he'd been in 5 years. But I think that fighting Usyk's fight, letting him dictate the pace, it doesn't matter how good in shape you think you are. If a guy's making you fight at a pace you're not comfortable with, you're going to get tired, irrespective of how good a shape you're in comparison to your previous fights. So I think that's what Fury needs to do. What went wrong was that he didn't adjust, and he let Oleksandr Usyk dictate the pace. I know that might sound very simple, but in reality, that's what he did. Sometimes, as I said, the simplicity is the answer. He just doesn't need to do that. But then again, that's easier said than done this time around. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. Let me know. Do you want me to do more of these types of videos for other performances, other fights? I'm very fortunate I can use footage from the zone, so if you're looking for TNT fights or Sky fights, that's not going to happen. But anything kind of zone linked, yeah, we should be good to go. Let me know your thoughts. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.